No, do it on that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, in your kit, you're going to find some studs. They do have Loctite on them. You just hand screw them in. You don't want them any tighter than that. It's not the way these work. You'll have to reuse your original lock nuts. At this point, we're going to install a thermostat. Now, this one is a unique model that uses both an O-ring and an upper thermostat gas. Correct is going to be this O-ring. I'm going to show you how to install it. On the aftermarket lower intake kit came with a thermostat gasket. This one is a dry fit. You do not want to use any Vaseline. You don't need it. Okay, correctly installed should look like that. Now the other thing with this, because it does have a flow of direction, see how nice that fits now? Now you have a flow of direction going towards your radiator. That's installed correctly. However, we are going to use the gasket that come with it, just a preventative measures to make sure we don't get any leaks. Alright, so you'll notice here's the water neck, so you want to point it in the direction of the water neck flow. This one's unique, uses both a rubber O-ring plus a gasket. That was unique to the 95. Later on, it was just one or the other. Clean your surface good, we already have. This is an RTV-less gasket. Do not use RTV on this setup. There's no reason to. It's an O-ring plus a seal. Just run it down equally. Both sides of bolts, their torque on it's going to be minimal. This is where you can actually use the bolt size and the wrench to kind of figure out what torque it is. Because you'll feel a point when that bolt gets tight, and you're going to feel a point when you should stop. You should trust that feeling. Because those are not high, it's not the way the system seals, that's why it uses rubber. Talking like 7-8 pounds with that. Alright. Okay, at this point we're going to clean the injectors. The kit does come with replacement O-rings for these, but the GM ones are very good. I rarely see any trouble with those, so we're going to leave them, but we're going to clean them because I think coolant actually touched the tips of these, and we want to get these cleaned before we put them back in.
Don't use a brake cleaner because it's on rubber and plastic. So just use some simple green.
Good old simple green and a little bit of elbow grease, huh, sir? As you see, we did not disassemble the fuel rail. We left it connected. It is under pressure right now.
And as you can see, we've had it actually off for more than a couple days. So
The injectors are good. They're not leaking.
I mean, it comes in an O-ring kit, but really you don't want to mess with it. If it still works, leave it alone.
Yeah, if we had some cracked ones because of the contamination, I could see it. But again, GM makes pretty good O-rings, and the factory ones usually are always better than the aftermarket. So that's contamination that's on the tips of the fuel injectors.
It should just pop in like so. Just hear a quick little clip. Just kind of push down evenly. There you go. Now we're just going to plug in the fuel injector harness.
Okay, at this point, what I'm going to show you is where this serpentine belt idler coolant bypass assembly goes. There's one return hose there. You get a new set of O-rings if you buy the complete assembly like we did. These will go bad at some point, so if yours is good, it won't be for long. That's just kind of the way it goes. It's really tight to record, so I'm just kind of showing you. There's another common problem that these things have. Let's see, where's that? Okay, as you can see right there, it's a coolant bypass. Those are plastic from the factory. You need to replace them with a metal one. We have a metal one that's going to go in. We'll show you that after we do the installation. Too big. Okay, so some parts you have to throw over to your new unit. The heater cooler pipes, or heater inlet or outlet as the terminology states, that has to be changed.
Transport one at a time, although I don't think it matters. It's gross.
Well, that's going to have to be cleaned.
Yeah, but the O-ring... Oh shoot, do we get O-rings with this?
Alright, if you order this serpentine belt replacement tensioner, they're not going to send you O-rings for the replacement on your heater hoses. So unfortunately, you're going to have to use this gasket. 70799. What's more comical is for a Chrysler product.
And a Isuzu fuel pump. When you looked it up, that's how I found it. Was through a Isuzu fuel pump.
But anyway, this and a little bit of RTV will save you from having to spend $60 for new ends.
Alright, so these aren't like the older gaskets. You can actually roll these off. If they're neoprene, then you actually have to break them off. We're going to have to clean the side that goes on for the hose and clean this side up because it looked like they tried to throw some sealant on or something. So
Some type of jam.
we're just going to clean this up real quick and you can just use a... It's getting it, but it's really corroded, so I'm just going to have to work at it, I guess. I like the Makita so much better. Just such a better...
Would you like to have the Makita?
Yes, I would like the
Okay, we'll
Makita.
take that thing off. Let me go make your dreams come true. Alright, I'll be right back with the Makita.
That's going in a segment, right?
Sure. I'll be right back with the Makita.
Makita spins up faster, dude. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to throw some blue RTV around this O-ring because it looks like that's what the factory did too. So we're just going to clean and put some blue RTV around it and call it good and then let it sit for 24 hours.
Warmer climates could be 12 hours. Well, we're definitely going to let this sit and do its job before we throw water at it.
Alright, now we're going to do the next one. It's another backyard trick. We should create a book. Backyard trick. What is this number? 2424372.
No. Hack 70799. Chrysler hack.
Alright, now we're going to put the second piece in. It should just slide in there. Just like that. Now the bolt goes in. If I can find the bolt. Here it is. Now you just tighten the bolts. Not really a torque spec for this, just until it stops. Remember, it is aluminum, so...
Couple pounds at best. It's probably another 89-inch pound special.
Alright, now we're ready to... Now we got our tensioner complete. Now we can throw this on the vehicle.
Okay, in my hand, very important and vital. There are two different types. There's a short elbow and a long elbow. And last night we found that the son ordered the turbo elbow and not the normal aspirated elbow. This can change from year to year. This motor, well, this was the actual final edition of the Series 2. The only refinements that got made after this was just the composite material and probably a little better tuning. But this is the 205 horsepower model. So with that, uses the long to get into the manifold. Now we can continue and finish the serpentine belt coolant bypass pulley. Now the fix we're doing is very essential to these 3.8 Series 2. I've heard stories of these cracking, blowing off, and basically overheating your engine once it goes. It's not a good thing.
It's really loose, but whatever. I don't like these O-ring designs.
It's a good thing it's only got to hold back 15 pounds of pressure.
Oh, that's not bad.
side that's tight is the intake side.
Guess now I just gotta drive down with the bolts and get this out of here.
Junk.
Oh, I wish I would have hit the metal pipe. Would have sounded cool.
Oh, that's all right. Well,
Junk.
throw that one.
Junk.
No, that one could be. No, we gotta save that one. We might have a turbo one come here, or supercharged. Sorry.
Unless it's Andy, if he doesn't blow it up.
Andy got it repoed.
Oh, well, that's even better, isn't it?
We're gonna be like that shop in Canada. We're gonna charge for the belt and never change it.
Now this one goes here. Guess that goes on like that, so run out of shit.
Where'd all the parts go, Kev?
I can do this. Just kidding, I already know how to do it. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. This one is 2.
So the middle should be 4.
So that's 2. Oh, look at that. No. This is gonna be.
That should be 6.
That's 6. This one's 4.
Alright, getting ready to put that beautiful throttle body back on. They're just kind of showing you what it looks like inside now. It's nice and clean. And there's the EGR fix. That will fix this problem for this car forever, hopefully. This is going to be the first time I'm going to test one of these in actual practical use, so I don't know. But other than that, I'll give you a nice look inside, nice and clean. Look how shiny that is. You could almost eat off that. I'd eat off of it. I'd put a hamburger on that and eat it. But it's got to stay clean. It's a dry gasket, dry intake. Everything in here is the word dry. Nice. This is also 88 inch-pounds.
I'll just tighten it till it just starts to get snug and then just go a little bit past.
Pretty much.
Alright, so these throttle body bolts are 88 inch-pounds, but
89.
89? 89 inch-pounds. You can kind of go by how you feel. You should really do this in 3 passes. Kind of tighten it up a little bit on each side.
Hey, there's no gap on this manifold. Maybe we got a better manifold.
Okay, it's about 7. I can't go any further with this one, so. And that's about 7 pounds there, so. That's the last bracket that everybody forgets about. Don't forget you have to tighten the bolt underneath here with your special 8mm wrench. I hope I can find that tonight. Oh, where do they go? Well, there. There. And there.
Alright, we're going to get some water in this thing and basically do an overnight hold test and see what we got in the morning. So we will be back to you in the morning.